You are most welcome to come back to the Buddhist English class. Today we will continue the story of the young monk Randa with the elder monk Sankara. Let's read a few paragraphs and then we will explain the content. Please repeat after me. Do you see now the danger of unmindful thinking? Do you see that if the mind is not carefully watched, one will become painfully absorbed in unwholesome states of mind? One unwholesome mental state weakens the mind so that it becomes susceptible to another and another. In this way, your mind, weakened by selfish desires, become caught in attachment, which lead to disappointment, resentment, delusion, and now regret. Learn, walk gently and persistently to develop the mindfulness. As you have seen, one who does not live each moment in mindful awareness is bound for one painful experience after another. He who learns to watch the restless cravings and the painful attachments of the mind will soon give up the sufferings. The innocent mind is willing to try anything just because of its innocence. To be free, we must be comfortable in being someone, anyone, or no one at any time in any place. Attachment is our greatest self-cruelty. Please remember, everything which has a beginning has an ending. If we do not approach the doubt intelligently, we will only constipate our minds. Isn't wisdom achieved when we can appreciatively accept any type of food that is awful? Attachment to any doubt is spiritually poisonous. Food in itself is not a means of transcendence. It only sustains the body while the mind works for its enlightenment. Repeat. Do you see now the danger of unmindful thinking? Do you see that if the mind is not carefully watched, one will become painfully absorbed in unwholesome states of mind? One unwholesome mental state weakens the mind so that it becomes susceptible to another and another. In this way, your mind, weakened by selfish desires, become caught in attachment, which lead to disappointment, resentment, delusion, and now regret. Learn, work gently and persistently to develop the mindfulness. As you have seen, one who does not live each moment in mindful awareness is bound for one painful experience after another. One who learns to watch the restless cravings and the painful attachments of the mind will soon give up the sufferings. The innocent mind is willing to try anything just because of its innocence. To be free, we must be comfortable in being someone, anyone, or no one at any time, in any place. Attachment is our greatest self-cruelty. Please remember, everything which has a beginning has an ending. If we do not approach the doubt intelligently, we will only constipate our minds. Isn't freedom achieved when we can appreciatively accept any type of food that is awful? Attachment to any doubt is spiritually poisonous. Food in itself is not a means of transcendence. It only sustains the body while the mind works for its enlightenment. We will describe a little bit about the story of the Landa and his elder master, the monk Sankara. Of course, Landa wanted to express his appreciation to the elder monk Sankara. However, he desired for something to return when he wanted to present his gift to the elder monk Sankara. Sankara was an experienced practitioner of meditation. He was always mindful of himself and the surroundings around him. So he noticed the thoughts of the young monk Landa. He believed that it was a golden opportunity to teach Landa the necessity and the importance of mindfulness. Sankara refused politely to accept the gift from Landa again and again. Although Landa requested Sankara to accept the gift again and again, but he didn't realize that his mind was unmindful and he had craving in his mind when he wanted to offer his gift. At last, the elder monk Sankara didn't accept the gift, and the young monk Landa arose resentment in his mind. He stood there fanning the elder monk Sankara with the palm leaf fan, but his mind wandered away. Landa thought to himself, if I became a householder again, what shall I make a living? I will sell my robe and use the money to buy a she-goat. When the she-goat brings forth young goats, I will sell the young goats to make a profit. In this way, I can earn a lot of money. Then I can take a wife. My wife will bear a son for me. I will love my son so much. I will put my son in a cart. I will bring my son and my wife back to my teacher's place to show my respects to my beloved teacher. On the way, I will tell my wife, bring me the son. I want to carry my son by myself. However, my wife will refuse to accept my request. She will say to me, why should you carry the son? You just push the cart. That is enough. So my wife will take my son in her arms. However, lacking of the strength, my wife will not have the ability to bring the son in her arms. She let down my son, and my son will fall on the road. The cart will run over my son and kill my son. Then I will cry and tease and curse my wife. You have ruined me. My son is my dearest thing in the whole world, and now you have killed my son. You have ruined me. And at that time, I have resentment. I want to punish my wife. Then I bring down my stick on the head of my wife. Of course, it is only a kind of daydreaming. It is not the real things happen to the young monk Landa. Out of resentment, out of hatred, Landa was making daydream all the time. His mind wandered away. And at that moment, he struck the head of his master, Sangara. Sangara was so much surprised that he thought to himself, why did Landa want to strike my head? What is wrong with me? Did I do anything wrong? So Landa struck my head. However, he was an experienced practitioner of meditation. He can easily notice any thought which has passed through the mind of Landa. After being aware of any thought in Landa's mind, he told Landa, you didn't succeed in hitting the woman, but what did the old teachers have done to deserve the beating? Upon hearing the words of the elder monk Sankara, the young monk Nanda was very regrettable. He thought to himself, I am in disgrace. The elder monk has noticed any thought which has passed through my mind. So the elder monk Sankara told the young monk Nanda, if you want to have forgiveness, you must come and sit in front of me. Trembling, the young monk Nanda sat down in front of the old monk Sankara. Right now, he was in disgrace. So his eyes cast upon the floor, which he had so proudly swept a short time ago. The teacher, Sankara, said gently and patiently to the young monk Nanda, Nanda, do you see that you didn't pay any effort to observe your wandering minds? And now do you see any danger, any resentment that you have suffered just because of your unwatched wandering thoughts? Your gift was not given freely because you asked for something. You want your gift be accepted in a specific way. When your demands were unfulfilled, you suffer resentment. And because your mind wanders away all the time, you allow your resentment to grow until your mind is totally lost. As you stand fanning me, you negligently became absorbed in wandering thoughts, which had nothing to do with the present moment. At the present moment, you are supposed to fan me in order to cool me down. However, your mind is not here. Your mind is not at the moment. Your mind runs away. You are making daydream. Therefore, you suffer a lot. You had resentment, and you struck me on my head. This is the instant that I want to tell you. The elder monk Sankara continued to tell the young monk Nanda, do you see now the danger of unmindful thinking? The elder monk asked the young monk, do you see now the danger of unmindful thinking? You have mindful thinking, and you suffer a lot. You are not happy in your mind. Your mind is not peaceful. Do you see now the danger of unmindful thinking? Unmindful thinking will bring dangers to you. Do you see it now? Do you see that if the mind is not carefully watched, one will become painfully absorbed in unwholesome states of mind? The elder monk Sankara said, if the mind is not carefully watched, if you don't pay enough attention, to your mind. If you don't carefully watch your mind, observe your mind, inspect your mind, and keep your mind under surveillance, you will become painfully absorbed in unwholesome states of mind. Unwholesome means unhealthy, bad, not in a good way. Unwholesome states of mind. If you don't watch your mind, then your mind will wander away. Then you will be totally lost in the unmindful thinking, and you will suffer a lot. You will be painfully absorbed in these unwholesome states of mind. Your mind will not be happy. Your mind will not be peaceful. Your mind will not be healthy. In turn, the unhappy mind will cause your body sick. And you will suffer sickness mentally and physically. How important it is to watch the mind. How important it is to be mindful of the present time and the present place. One unwholesome mental state weakens the mind so that it becomes susceptible to one another and another. One unwholesome mental state is the condition of one's mind. One unwholesome mental state weakens the mind. The unwholesome mental state will bring harms to the mind and weakens the mind's strength, so that the mind will become susceptible to another unwholesome mental state. And the mind will become weaker and weaker. It is susceptible to another unwholesome mental state. Susceptible means will be influenced by another event. If you have an unwholesome mental state, your mind will be weakened so that your mind will be subject to another unwholesome mental state. It is a cycle of bad things. The unwholesome mental state will bring another unwholesome mental state, which will bring further unwholesome mental state. Just because the mind is weakened by and by. In this way, your mind, weakened by selfish desires, became caught in attachment, which lead to disappointment, resentment, delusion, and now regret. Because your mind is not mindful, because you don't watch your mind. You just let your mind run away. This kind of mental state is unwholesome. is harmful to your mind, you will suffer spiritually rather than physically. Unwholesome mental state will weaken your mind so that your mind will be susceptible to another unwholesome state. In this way, your mind will be weakened by selfish desires. Ordinary people always have selfish desire. Ordinary people always think of themselves. They don't care about other people. They are selfish. They have selfish desires in their mind. And in this way, your mind, weakened by selfish desires, became caught in attachment. Became caught means became entrapped. Your mind would be entrapped in. Your mind would be caught in attachment because one unwholesome mental state will weaken your mind. And your mind will not be strong enough to resist the influence from outside. Then your mind will be weakened by selfish desires and become caught in attachment. You cannot get free from the attachment because you have the selfish desires. You will be caught in attachment. And this would lead to disappointment, resentment, delusion, and now lust, regret. The attachment cannot be fulfilled because everything is impermanent. There is no way to attach to anything. There is no way to attach to anything you like or dislike. Everything is changing all the time. You cannot hold on anything. The attachment will bring you disappointment because you will not fulfill your desires. You cannot carry out your hope. Even if you want to attach to anything, you cannot realize your desire. So you will become disappointed. And then resentment will arise in your mind. You will have hatred if you have attachment. Because if you attach to anything, but anything will change all the time. If you cannot maintain anything, then you will arise resentment. If you have attachment, selfish desire, disappointment, then you will become deluded because you cannot think freely and clearly. What is within yourself and what is outside yourself. Delusion will surely arise in your mind. And the final state is regret. After you are disappointed, after you have resentment, after you are deluded, after you realize that in fact you cannot attach to anything, you will become regretful. You will regret over your past desires. You will regret over the foolishness you have in the past. You have so many desires, but right now you cannot realize any desire. How pitiable you are. You are disappointed. You have resentment. You have delusion. And now you have regret. The elder monk, Sangara, continues to teach the young monk Landa. Landa walked gently and persistently to develop the mindfulness. The teacher was so gentle and so polite. He was full of love. He wanted to teach Landa. Landa walked gently and persistently to develop the mindfulness. Practice is not a struggle. Practice is not a fighting, but it is a gentle process. Therefore, Sangara told Landa to walk gently but persistently to develop mindfulness. Gently means with a peaceful mind. Don't attach to anything, but in a gentle way. Practice meditation. Practice mindfulness. But persistently. That means you must have energy. You must have determination to develop the mindfulness. If you cannot succeed in developing the mindfulness at the very beginning, don't feel disappointed. Don't feel displaced, but continue to walk gently with determination. Finally, you will surely succeed in obtaining mindfulness. As you have seen, one who does not live each moment in mindful awareness is bound for one painful experience after another. As you have seen, as you have realized now, as you have experienced by yourself now, one who does not live each moment in mindful awareness is bound for, means is destined for, is doomed for, is surely to have one painful experience after another, because it is an unwholesome cycle. One painful experience will lead to another painful experience just because of unmindfulness, because you don't observe your wandering mind, because you don't develop your mindfulness, so you don't know how to stop the painful experience. If you have peace in mind, then you can realize that everything is impermanent, that attachment is wrong. On the contrary, he who learns to watch the restless cravings and the painful attachments of the mind will soon give up the suffering. An unmindful person will surely have painful experience one after another. But anyone who learns to watch the restless cravings and the painful attachments of the mind will surely give up the sufferings very soon, because he observes the restless cravings and the painful attachments of the mind. He understands it is no need to stop the restless mind. The restlessness will disappear by itself. The painful attachment will disappear by itself. There is no need to stop them. There is no need to attach to them. There is no need to hold on the idea that you want to give up the painful experience, the attachment, or the craving. All of them will disappear by themselves. It is a law of nature that everything will come and go by itself. No need to use external force trying to influence the natural phenomena. The innocent mind is willing to try anything just because of its innocence. The innocent mind refers to the free mind. The free mind has no preconception, has no presupposition. It is totally free. It can observe the coming and going of any thought. This innocent mind is trying to try anything because it is innocent, because it has no attachment. The mind has no attachment. Therefore, the mind is willing to try anything. If your mind is attached to any idea or concept, then your mind will not be willing to accept other ideas or concepts except what you hope. But an innocent mind is willing to try anything just because of its innocence, just because of its purity. An innocent mind has nothing stained. It is totally pure. It is free. Therefore, it is willing to try anything. To be free, we must be comfortable in being someone, anyone, or no one, at any time, in any place. If we want to be free, we must be comfortable in being someone, anyone, or no one, at any time, in any place, whenever we are, wherever we are, we must accept the present moment. We must accept here and now. We must be comfortable in being someone, in being anyone, or in being no one. We must have a free mind and an innocent mind. We must have a free mind to be someone, to be anyone, or to be no one. That means we can change our mental state. We can perform the different roles. We can be a teacher. We can be a student. We can be a father. We can be a son. We can be a friend. Or we can be free of the present situation. This is the way to have freedom. At any time, in any place, try to be someone, try to be no one, try to be anyone, according to the situation and the conditions. You must change your mind, either to be someone, or to be anyone, or to be no one. As the circumstance needs, you must change your mind. You must perform different roles if you want to have freedom and a peace in your mind. Don't be stubborn. Don't attach to anything. You must have a totally free mind. You must change your mind according to the situation. Attachment is our greatest self-cruelty. Self-cruelty means to torture ourselves. Attachment is our greatest self-cruelty. If we want to torture ourselves, if we want to treat ourselves in a bad manner, attachment is the greatest one. Because attachment will make us stubborn. We will fear harmful, depressed, unhappy if we have attachment. If we are not free in our mind, if we are not free to be someone, to be anyone, to be no one, at any time, in any place, then we attach to one certain point, we are torturing ourselves to the utmost. Therefore, attachment is our greatest cruelty. Please remember, everything which has a beginning has an ending. It is a natural law. Anything which has a beginning has an ending, because everything is dependent originated. Everything appears just because of the combination of so many factors. When anything appears because of other factors, it will surely disappear when the factors disappear. So please remember, anything which has a beginning will have an ending. Don't attach to anything. Don't attach to the impermanent thing. Everything is unattachable. We cannot hold on anything, even the thing we dislike. It will surely go away by itself. If we do not approach the matter of doubt intelligently, we will only constipate our minds. Now we are talking about the food we take every day. If we do not approach the doubt means the food, or the preparation of food, or the arrangement of food, or we call it nutriments. Nutriments means the foods which sustain one's body or one's spirit. If we do not approach the doubt intelligently, we will only constipate our minds. Intelligently means in a wise way. If we don't take our food, our nutriments in a wise way, with wisdom, we will only constipate our minds. That means our minds will be stopped. Our minds will not flow freely. It is the same case as in our physical body. If we don't take appropriate, proper foods, we will constipate. We cannot release our tongues freely. In terms of mind, if we don't take the mental foods intelligently, we will surely constipate our minds. That means if we don't have freedom in our mind, if we don't have intelligence, if we don't have peace, if we don't have wisdom in our minds, then our minds will be blocked. We will not flow our mind in a free way, and our mental flow will be blocked. Our minds will be constipated. Isn't freedom achieved when we can appreciatively accept any type of food that is offered? If we can take any food which is offered with appreciation, then we can achieve freedom. We don't attach to any food. We don't attach to any doubt. We don't insist on any food we should take if we are free. If we can appreciate any food which we are given, we will have the freedom. Our mind is free. Our mind is not stubborn. Our mind doesn't insist on any doubt or any food. Isn't it? Surely it is. When our mind is free to take any foods, then we will have freedom. Our mind will not be affected or influenced by any food which we may say we don't like it before. But right now, if we change our mind, if we can appreciate any food, then we can achieve freedom. We must accept any food with appreciation. We must take any diet with appreciative mental state. We should feel that we are lucky to have the foods offered to us. Don't attach to the idea that you should take any food, that you prefer to have any food, that you only want to take any kind of food. If you attach to the diet or the foods, you will not be free. But on the contrary, if you can accept appreciatively any food you have, you will achieve freedom. Attachment to any diet is spiritually poisonous. Attachment to any food or diet or nutriments is poisonous to the development of mind. It is harmful to the spirit. Attachment to the diet is harmful to the spirit or to the mind. Please be careful. Food in itself is not means of transcendence. Food itself is not a way leading to freedom. But we can make use of food to train our mind to be free. Although it is not a means leading to our transcendence. But if you can take the food with appreciation, then we can transcend our attachment. It only sustains the body while the mind works for its enlightenment. Food only sustains the body and the mind only works for its enlightenment. That's all. We can make the best use of any food to enlighten ourselves. Thank you for joining us. Thank you again.